This is what a realistically priced villa looks like where I'm working as a content creator in Bali. But before I go underwater and hit my head on the bottom of the pool, I'm going to give you a full tour of the accommodation, an insight to what it's like living here, how to find the best deals, and tell you exactly how much this place costs. I don't earn stupid amounts of money and you will most likely be able to afford it. Also, I've made the video worth watching before revealing the price later on. So, let's begin. I arrived here for my first time in Indonesia, fresh off the plane after 2 months of travelling Thailand, going in with an open mind with a rough idea of what to expect. After some recommendations from other content creators in Southeast Asia, I decided to base up in Canggu for my first month in Bali. This particular villa is located in a very central area just off the main road, which is constantly busy but very close to nice cafes, restaurants, gyms and a 10-minute walk from the beach. Luckily, it's much further towards the end of this side road, so you aren't disturbed by the noise and also backs onto some rice fields. This is a great spot for a breath of fresh air and to record a couple of TikToks when I wanted to include a nice background in the videos. Just outside of the property is the parking area for all of the bikes, the most essential and by far the most fun form of transport for any country in Southeast Asia. As you open the big wooden doors through the entrance, you're immediately greeted with the swimming pool area where you can chill out by the lounges and take a refreshing dip to cool off in the heat. I like to read here in the mornings, catching some rays and occasionally jumping in the pool to break up the workday if I find myself staying inside for too long. You'll see there are some people in this video, and that is because this type of accommodation is a guest house. There are 10 rooms in total, 5 along either side of the property where everybody has their own private space. Out of courtesy, I'd love to introduce the girls in the video, but I don't know either of their names and didn't bother to hold a conversation longer than 2 minutes. God, I've got issues. However, I can introduce Charlie. He's one of the other guys living and working here as an online PT. We'd often talk in the kitchen while cooking up heavily protein-based meals or lazily throwing together other food combinations that wouldn't even be served in prison. This kitchen area is shared and looked after by everyone in the guest house. We can use all of the cooking equipment and store our food in both of the fridges and freezers. It's also our responsibility to clean up after ourselves, which fortunately everybody has continued to do. Hot and cold water is provided for free that is available at any time, as well as Balinese coffee, which was music to my ears. And my room is located right next to the kitchen area, perfect for a quick late night fridge raid. Speaking of, let's have a look around. Welcome to the crib, where the magic happens. And by magic, I mean staying up until 4 AM making videos buzzing on caffeine. As soon as I arrived here, I loved the amount of space this room provided. It has lovely high ceilings and a big double bed to stretch out and rest. I also don't think I've turned off the aircon the entire time, and of course it's on the lowest setting of 16 degrees. The design is very basic. 2 bedside drawers with plug sockets, a desk to sit down and work at, which I made sure to check was included before booking, a wardrobe with a variety of compartments to store my incredibly colourful selection of clothing, a nice sink with a mirror and a bathroom around the corner. This room hosted a shower, a toilet and a bidet, which if you're new to the delicacies of Southeast Asia, translates to bum gun, an interesting and very wet alternative to the European approach of cleaning your up. There aren't any windows in here, but to be honest it doesn't bother me. The skylight in the corner makes up for it. In terms of a tour, that's pretty much everything. So here are all of the other key details that you need to be aware of. For the price you pay, all bills are included. Your room is cleaned every day by the staff. The pool is cleaned twice a week, and for the cost, I paid £420 for the month. This breaks down to £14 a night, which I'd say is a pretty good deal. And if you're travelling in a couple, that's £210 a month each, or £7 a night each, which at that point is a bargain. Before securing this guest house, I did a lot of searching around for other options around Bali, and in comparison it's pretty good value. And if you would also like my method of finding very good deals, please ladies and gentlemen, get out your pens and paper. Starting off, for shorter term stays, you've probably heard of the apps Booking.com and Agoda. I love to use these apps for last minute deals, and they both offer loyalty programs, so the more you book accommodation through their website, the more rewards you get, etc. Booking.com and Agoda I would use up to a month, but anything longer than that, get rid of these. Use Facebook. There's 2 parts of Facebook which you need to be using. Number 1 is Facebook Marketplace. Here you can search in exactly what you're looking for. For example, Bali Villa Rentals. I can then scroll through all of the listings, look what people have to offer, the prices, the details, etc. The reason why this is so good is because you avoid the booking fee, which apps like Booking.com and Agoda will charge you. You can directly message the owner of said property and negotiate a deal. Another very key part of Facebook which I like to use is Facebook groups. You can do this on your mobile, on the app, whatever. Go onto the groups and search in the ones that you want to join. For example, mine's already saved here, Villas in Canggu. Once I've searched this, I can see all of the groups available to join. I will then get in as many as possible. And once inside, you can see all of the listings which people are offering. And you can also put your own post in, setting out your requirements, and people can message you from that point onwards. Similar process again, you have direct access to the owners to negotiate a price, and Bob's your uncle. This method on Facebook is very good for rentals 1 month or longer. I'd be very surprised if you could secure anything less than that. The owners of my guest house in Canggu are incredibly friendly and accommodating, including the staff that come and clean my room every day, and I haven't had any issues for the entirety of my stay. I'm also very glad I picked the guest house option, and if you're similar to me and you're coming out to be a digital nomad, content creator, whatever it is working online, I'd also recommend it to you because it's the best qualities of a hotel and a hostel. You get the privacy and comfort of your own room without anybody disturbing you in the middle of the night, and also the social factor of a hostel where other people are also living with you in their own space. My accommodation in particular was a no party guest house, and everybody there was cracking on with remote work, so it's quite refreshing to see and live with people of similar interests. So there we have it, £420 is the price I paid for the month. It can be subject to change based on negotiation and fluctuations by the owner and what happens on a month-to-month basis, I guess in the area, how many tourists are there. But you let me know what you think. I personally think it's really good value, but some people may disagree, and there could be better options out there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.